Welcome back, boys and some girls. In an era where most people hate someone and would rather live like hermits in their own home, never leaving the room, there was a game released called Where Winds Meet. It's just a normal ARPG with a focus on fast-paced gameplay that is involving attacking, deflecting, mixing in skills that are called martial arts in the game. Overall, pretty normal stuff. The big difference comes from a different point: AI. Where Winds Meet seems to be the most competent game at actually using AI in ways that most players want to. And today we will be doing exactly that. Understanding how Where Winds Meet seems to appeal to a large community that is constantly yearning for a new MMORPG, but then they drop the game so quickly no matter the quality. In order to explain that, I also need to explain why ex-MMORPG players left the genre. I'm not saying the MMORPG genre is dead, I'm not saying MMORPGs are dead, calm down. What I am saying is that far fewer people, percentage-wise, are actually playing MMORPGs than they used to, and you can see that in games like WoW, MapleStory, Final Fantasy, whatever game you choose. Personally, I just think they are in need of reinvention, and luckily we are just in time for AI to actually assist with that. I'm not here to doom and gloom about MMOs, but context actually matters. It is widely discussed on the internet how MMORPGs are on a decline. There's tons of videos to cover this if you actually want to go and take a deeper dive into this genre and you want to explore why. You can do that. I don't care. Bottom line, there's fewer people, fewer gamers that are actually engaging in the same activity percentage-wise than they used to be in the previous years. That's what I care about. Some of the better reasoning I've seen for this is: number one, single-player games provide the same experience, maybe something similar to this, with much less of the pain and grind that is needed by MMORPGs. That's reason number one. Reason number two is that other multiplayer games or platforms like social media already provide something that games used to provide previously, the internet's connectivity, so MMORPGs are no longer unique in that aspect. But like I said, the reasoning really doesn't matter that much. Just wanted to show you what I think is the reasoning. And there is just a group of gamers who used to play them, who are kind of frustrated and are looking for something new. And that's what a free market does. Just a new game is gonna swoop in and capture all of these players. And no, it's not Where Winds Meet. This game is nowhere near what that one game that would draw in all the player is going to be. Where Winds Meet, it's a prototype. It's like the Wright brothers plane, comparing to like a huge plane right now, a huge modern plane right now. It's the first of what will eventually become a full dive game, where your body is kind of stationary, but your mind is kind of completely immersed in a different world. It will be a world where talking to NPCs feels like you're talking to real humans, where some people could actually live a second life. Now, this game is very far away, and we are not technically or mentally even ready for it yet, and people might hesitate to accept that, so it will take some time. So the expected question is, okay, why do you think that Where Winds Meet is the prototype? Now, I have a few examples. Example number one is going to be conversation with AI NPCs. You can find some NPCs in the game which you can chat to them like ChatGPT or something. They are a bit more narrow and they kind of tend to be on one single thing that they love to talk about. And if you try to stray from this, they kind of bring you back and will repeat some random sentence just so you can start a conversation again. And that's what kind of makes it kind of trashy and kind of clunky and kind of doesn't work well. But those things are kind of hidden quests. For example, when you talk to, let's take the guy who exchanges balls, right? You need to give him 8 balls and he's going to give you a reward instead. Now, you can roleplay with those NPCs and then you can complete some kind of a hidden quest, and then you get like a weekly gift in return from the NPCs. So in this NPC, which I don't remember his name, but he's a chef. So when you try to talk to him, he's going to speak about his rules of why he's cooking certain things and not cooking other things. He's going to talk about cooking and being a chef. That's his line. If you try to stray too much from this, he's going to bring you back and he's going to talk just about being a chef. And that's how they kind of program them to have personalities. It's way too restrictive right now. But again, it's a very simple prototype and it's very janky. So it is what it is. Now, what I actually did with this NPC in order to complete his quest is that I actually gaslight him into believing that I already completed this. I gave him the 8 balls, even though I didn't. I told him that, hey, you told me here, I came to you last night, I gave you everything. And you told me come in the next morning. And he was like, oh, fine. And he completed the quest. It took a little bit more than that, obviously, but I make it short so it won't be too annoying to read the entire chat with him. And boom, just like that, completed the quest, and now I can get every week a gift from him. It's nothing too big, but it's something that was very simple to get, and I got it. Now, there are other conversations that tend to be way more confusing. There was, for example, a lady that is somewhere near the start. She's standing on a rock near a river, right across from ruins. Now, if you go and explore the ruins, you will do that because it's like one of your main missions to go there. When you explore underneath the place, there's gonna be like a secret room in there, and in there you'll find a letter from, I think his name is Li Yan, something like that. And this letter is actually from her father. And if you go and you talk to her, she is looking for her father and for her brothers. Now, I try to go the shorter route with her, shorter route with her, in order to try to just get to this, to finish this thing so I can actually make this video. But what it turns out to be is that it's way more complicated, and she doesn't accept a lot of things. I try to give her the letter, you can't. I try to tell her, hey, I have the letter. I try to make up shit about like her parents and everything and her brothers and whatnot. But no matter what you do, she starts talking about architecture and how amazing these ruins are and how strongly they built, and this is the reason why her father was drawn to this place. And then I try to like make up a complete bullshit that I have special powers that I can teleport to people, so I like teleport to her brothers and try to give them, try to like make whole conversation about that. But it's just too much of a nightmare, and she just wouldn't like help me with this. She just kept going back to the same lines. It was purely like a nightmare. It's obviously that this is just a prototype, and there's so many things that are not working, are pretty janky, but it was still cool to see that it's actually working. I'm trying to imagine what would a fully realized, fully polished version of this thing would look like. It could be pretty cool, right? Now, example number 2 is going to be AI riddles. I'm not even sure if I have something to show you about this because it's pretty annoying to do these things. It's also pretty quick. You just need to guess a one word that some random AI bot chooses. It's going to be either a plant or an animal, some kind. It could be like a monkey, a flower, something like that. Just a one word thing. And from then, you kind of just guess around. They give you like hints the more you guess, but the fewer hints that you try, the better like your ranking is, because apparently it's ranked for some reason. Now, why would somebody even like this? Like, why would you find this enjoyable? What's fun about this? I'll explain. The reason why is because it opens up truly infinite possibilities to what games could be. It's no longer just a thing Todd Howard says on a show, like a video game show once a year in order to make you buy Fallout version 59. I don't know what number he's at right now, but Fallout 4, insane number. It's actually something that could be unique, something that actually could be just for you. You could be the only player that had that outcome. You could be the only player who did something. And now if you add to this AI generated videos, actually good ones, not like shit one where you have 6 fingers, actually good ones, you could have an actually infinitely evolving and changing story where the developers just give the window for the characters how to act, they give them their background, and then they set you upon the world and they let you do things, and the world just advances without you. This could lead to frustrating results, I'm sure some people won't like that because it's not controlled. It's very much real. It's very much changing constantly, and you are not the main character, but at the same time you are the main character, if you know what I mean. This could be truly interesting and truly amazing. Now, in the real world, we actually laugh at people who like that, and we even have a thing for them, which is called main character syndrome. We laugh at those people and we think they're stupid. But in a game where you can do whatever you want and you're not hurting anyone, I'm sure everybody like that, and I think that this is where AI is actually the solution to this thing. I did not pull this out of my ass. This is a whole genre in anime and mangas right now, together with the reincarnation, is the whole like gamifying of life, like Tower of Trials, Solo Leveling. There is so many of those gaming related mangas and manhwas and animes right now that this is clearly where the people go. This is where people want. This is what people want. And you can see that by every time any MMORPG comes up, anything new. The first question that people are asking is, how solo friendly is it? How much can you do on your own without interacting with other people? But then people say, nah, it's too boring. The world feels dead. It feels like there was nobody there. And Women's Meat actually feels nice because people are walking the street, there's less people in the morning, there's more people at night and the evening. Things feel alive. And this is what people want. People want to be able to be a part of a world that is living and moving, but not be the main characters necessarily. They want to be able to choose when they want to go multiplayer, when they want to go interact with other people, but they want to live their own thing, live their own life if they don't have to. And this is why I actually believe that a large group of players, of frustrated gamers, will actually migrate into this genre once it actually becomes good enough, and this will result in other genres being more niche and eventually make them dead and no longer alive. Because if you can have a game that has everything in it, it could be a cozy game, it could be a puzzle game, it could be anything you want, then why would there be different games? There would only be one game that allows you to do everything. Obviously, there's technical problems right now, and that is why I said this thing is in the future and it will take some time. But this is what AI does, and it will make this possible. And that's why I hope that you actually understand what I mean, and this was clear enough to understand and convey my message to you. And yeah, that's pretty much gonna be it. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, thank you. If you didn't, let me know. I so can improve. I keep saying, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.